All right, hey everyone, this is Ash. Welcome back to the King's Speech. So I just finished recording the video for Spy Family, so expect that to hit the channel tonight. And right now we're going to get check with the Kaiju videos, as I'm sure you all of you already obviously know from the title of the video. So like I mentioned, the Spy Family video, expect channel updates and stuff next week once things have settled down a little bit. So no big preamble before this one. We're going to dive straight into it with Kaiju number 8, chapter 60. By Naoya Matsumoto, with translation by David Evelyn and lettering by Brandon Bovia. And we see Iharu suiting up in his kaiju in his Defense Force uniform, and he's thinking, when Reno failed to match with the suit, a part of me was kind of relieved. And he just kind of slaps his face. He goes, "I'm the worst. What will help think? Excuse me. What help will thinking like that do?" Though it's a little dry. And he goes, "I'll catch up to you. Just you watch, Reno." And you see artillery blockade in zones M to R and 5 kilometer radius evacuation complete. Artillery blockade in zones A to N also reporting in. As of now, all kaiju have been wrangled into neutralization zones. And you have Roger that. Good work. Ichikawa, what's your status? All set over there? And you have side wave patterns all clear. Number 6 cell level normal. You have ready to deploy whenever, sir. You have Reno outfitted in his armored suit with a little number 6 symbol at the top, like these little rod spokes coming out the side. I assume helping him like to power up the suit. It just looks so badass. You have Iharu behind him going, "So that's the number 6 suit. Its power hasn't even been released yet, but I can feel the freezing cold energy it's emitting just by standing next to it." Again, I don't know if I mentioned this on the last video, but I was speculating over the last little while that his Reno's powers are probably going to be ice related, just because I think back in like the early testing stuff, he's using a lot of like the freezing rounds on the kaiju. So it's good to get confirmation that's what it is. And you have, I cannot remember what the hell the commander's name is, going, "Still, I never would have guessed that he'd actually bring his levels up to combat ready status in just a month." So it looks like we did get a time skip. It's been a while since I reacted to the last chapter. I can't remember if this was confirmed last chapter or not. And you have, it was supposed to be a routine fool's errand, you know? The old timer gives a youngster an impossible task as a reality check. And you have his assistant going, "If this were a business, that classifies workplace bullying, sir." According to the data on him from the 3rd Division, his growth post-enlistment has been abnormal, and while his current unleashed combat power levels fall well below Kikoru Shinomiya's, he far surpasses her in terms of rate of improvement. And he just grins and goes, "I guess that's what you'd call being a prodigy. Even so, live combat is different from training. It never goes the way you expect." He goes, "Ichikawa, you will now neutralize the Hanju with your platoon. You're up against a mole type 67. It's a kaiju that's been emerging in this area roughly every 5 years since first showing up in 67. It has a fortitude level of 6.4. If you prove unable to handle the job, then I'll step in to neutralize it. Now then, it's time to see if you're really the right officer to be number 6's user. Show me what you've got." And you see him just taking off with a dash. Yeah, commence Bungyutoge pass neutralization operation. Now. You see Haru going, "Holy crap, he's fast." It's like, damn it, now's not the time to save my resources. Full release, I'm gonna catch up. And you see him just sprinting after Reno, who's just like way leagues ahead of everyone else in his team. Jeff, as I said before, numbers weapons take an extreme life-shortening toll on your body. 10 minutes. That's the time limit I'm setting on your usage during the trial period. And you have Reno just looking determined, going, "I don't have much time to work with. I need to bring results before it's too late." And he said, "Crack, crack," as he runs into the Yoju in the woods. He's like, "A Yoju, I'll dodge his charge and flank it." And you see have a crick as his feet are just freezing to the ground. And you have, "He can't control the cold energy." The Yoju just goes straight barreling towards him, and he just barely dodges out of the way. And then it goes for him with a claw swipe, and you see Iharu providing cover fire to the side to distract it. And Reno's like, Iharu! He's like, alright, it's okay. I can fight. And he thinks back to his original thing, back with the training, going, I'm the one saving you, dumbass. He's like, I can hit them just as hard as. Ah, poor bastard. And you see a Buckween as there's just a giant implosion crater on the side of the Yoju. And it just gets rocked to the side. Zuharu's watching in shock as he goes, what? It's like the force of that shot was unreal. And you see a toomp as Reno just jumps onto a tree behind the Yoju's back. Goes, keep calm. And you see him this time using the ice by himself as he uses it to hold himself to the tree. He goes, just stick to the training. It's like, well done. He used the cold to secure his footing. You have a chick and a bucking. As he just delivers another enormous shot to its back, I think exposing its core. Either exposing its core or just completely annihilated it. As you see in the next one, this starts cracking apart as the Yoju just kind of cracks into a million pieces as it was frozen solid. And you see, Furuhashi, pay attention, above you! And then you see a crap as another Yoju's diving for him with its jaws open. And Reno just comes barreling and goes, thank you, Haru. You helped me regain my cool. Shit. He's like, wait, hold on. He's just like a barrel of shots get let off. And you see that Reno's just completely frozen the Yoju to the trees and blast a bunch of shots through it. As he's hard as like, don't leave me behind, Reno. Oh, boy. Alright, so not a lot to really comment on this chapter. Like, we're seeing what, like, the levels that Reno's determination, like, drive to be able to want to protect Kafka, like, the levels that they're pushing him to. And you're also kind of seeing, like, the other side of, like, you know, I want to say, like, the ordinary soldiers. You're kind of seeing, like, them getting a rude awakening to, like, the wake-up call of, like, you know, how much and how quickly innate talent can just outstrip you and outrank you so quickly in such a short amount of time. You know, despite your best efforts, like how quickly they can outpace you and leave you falling behind. So it's kind of an interesting to see kind of like both ends of that dynamic where you see, you know, Reno's kind of rapid growth and you see Haru's kind of lamentation that he's not being able to, you know, keep up despite him having gone to one of the best academies, despite all the training and the effort he's put in and everything. So that's really interesting. I'm guessing that the next few chapters are probably going to either go further down that route, possibly leading to some self-destructive kind of tendencies or habits for Haru as he tries to like do more dangerous things to try to like catch up with Reno and keep up with him as he tries to push himself past his limits, or it's going to go the other way and like you know it's going to be more of an exploration of him finding his niche within the defense force, kind of like learning like you know what role he fits into. Either way, it'll be interesting. It's nice to finally have like a little bit of focus on them now, seeing a little bit more of the ensemble cast getting fleshed out before the next big arc. So I'm looking forward to more of that. I do like the ice powers being you know part of Reno's thing, even though if it doesn't really make sense with like the Godzilla kaiju design that they went with for number 6, and it being like a suit again. It being a suit of armor doesn't also really make too much sense to me. Like I figured, like you know, given this whole sniper thing, the fact he's using ice rounds, I feel like having a gun be the weapon would have made more sense. But I guess using a suit of armor that you know you could basically pass the cold properties onto, or like enhances weapons with the cold properties, I guess makes more sense because it gives them more capabilities offensively and defensively. So it'll be interesting to see like the more him kind of like exercising his potential, seeing like what he can pull out of it. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see. Yeah. So with that said, thank you all for joining me for this read through. As always, if you like if you like my content, please do like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Like I said, hopefully next week I'll have a proper channel update out with plans for read-throughs and things and stuff like that. And until next time, this is Ash. Talk to you all later.